I'm like, we going on.
Earrings are nice, girl. Hi, everyone.
Yes.
Yes, we're just going live on IG as well. If you can just hold on for a second. I know we're a couple minutes late, but we got something good for you guys today. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to another great episode of Revive and Thrive. We're sorry a couple minutes late, but when things are good, it sometimes takes an extra time to get here. So we're really excited. The last couple of weeks, we had some exciting guests, and we'll get to the intros in a second. But I just wanted to welcome everyone to Revive and Thrive. We're currently streaming live on Facebook, our personal Facebook pages, as well as the business page, Fly High. We're currently streaming live on IG, on our personal IG pages. I do want to let everyone know on IG, we love you like we do every week, but the platform we use won't allow us to see your messages and comments in real time, although we do look at them after the show. So we still want you to participate. So if you want to participate in real time while the guest is here and you got some questions for her in real time, then go ahead to Facebook or YouTube, because we're currently streaming live on YouTube with the Fly High business page, and it's a great experience over there. I do want to thank all the subscribers. We're steadily rising. We're still over 900 subscribers for the Revive and Thrive team just started this year, so that's really great and admirable, and I'm so happy that you find value in what we do. So quickly, hello everyone, I'm your co-host KG,
and I am Tamika Elaine. Welcome everyone.
and we are so excited. As you can see, we have a wonderful guest. Some of you may recognize her. She is one of the notable food influencers of our time. This girl can throw down in the kitchen and probably other areas as well, but we won't talk about that. We'll talk about the picture today. And I want to introduce my whole girl, Chef Catore. Hi, everyone.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask a crazy question. I gotta press it now, right?
Yeah. Yeah, girl.
Yes.
I'm trying to press it. It's not pressing it.
It's all right. It's gonna go. It usually goes from a little dim, and it's gonna go deep.
Okay. I think I'm doing it.
Yeah, girl. So
do I have to change the code every time? It's a new code?
Yes.
Yeah, but if you actually use the same stream key, I'm sorry everybody, but we got some.
I'm learning. It's on pressing go live, but it's not going live.
It's not going live?
It says connecting streaming software to go live.
Oh no, but it looks like because it got the little check on top.
Yeah, I think you are. I think you might be ready.
Good, girl.
Okay. Well, we're gonna figure this out later.
Yeah. See, this is real life, everyone. Real life. Is
that me? The hearts?
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. I know this is professional. I ain't never been on a professional live like this. This is the most professional live I've ever been on in my life. It was work. Good work.
Oh, but you know what? We want to transition. Before we get into the meat of this, because I didn't even say what we're talking about today is, for the whole people out there, we love, the main people who do listen are women who are hardworking, who have a lot of things on their plate, literally and not literally. They, from school to work to kids. So we want to be able to provide them different tidbits or keys in life that help them with balancing. So one of the best ways is, of course, how to balance in the kitchen. And I can't speak for Tamika Elaine. I personally, I don't have a love for cooking. So I would love to know some different things, and we'll go into different subject lines and things like that of what we'll talk about today within the cooking world. But at first, I do want to make sure that everybody understands and know who we have on the screen today with Chef Catore. So, girl, I want you to tell us a little bit about yourself. I really wanted to talk about your past. How did you get into this space right now as this renowned chef. Yes, you are. And talk and just brag a little bit about your accomplishments as well, please.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so I don't even know how to start off. All right, so I was a social worker, and I attribute a lot of my business acronym and ability to run a business to my career in social work. Because I had to know how to micromanage, how to deal with people, how to deal with families, how to do paperwork. And to make a long story short, I was at work one day, and I probably worked myself to the bone, and I passed out at work.
Oh my goodness.
I found out after like maybe 2 doctors who were trying to give me like Botox in my head. And I didn't want to do that. I went to another doctor and found out that I had an endocrineal pseudotumor with a benign tumor behind.
Wow.
And then in the interim of that, after doing a lot of blood work and other things, I also found out I had ovarian cancer. So I literally, the whole right side of my body ended up shutting down because of the nerves in my brain. So I had to like hold my head and then try to walk at the same time. And I called my lawyer because my job released me while I was out on leading to full-term disability, and that's illegal. And I said, what do I do? Like, I don't have a job. I've never had a job. I've been working here since it was like probably I was like 11 years in by then. And I was like, I never not had a job. What do you do? And then she was like, heal, focus on healing.
Yeah.
Take your lawsuit money, clean your credit, clear your debt, pay your car note, pay your car insurance, pay your rent off for 2 years. And whatever little bit of money you have left, which wasn't that much after all that, she said, go to culinary school. I said, what? She said, you're always cooking. Now you can literally do something from you, which is really crazy now that I think about it, because I literally started culinary school a year and a half before the pandemic happened.
What?
So literally, when I started when I got my first client, which was Tori and Prince, as a private client, MBA, I probably had him for 6 or 7 months before April came and they shut everything down. Because I was working at Barclays. I was working at the Mercer Kitchen, which is a Michelin star restaurant, and I was working at Danielle, which is another Michelin star restaurant. So, and then I was bouncing to Torian's house at the same time, doing all of those jobs, trying to learn the craft of culinary while I was still in culinary school. Like, I had just taken my exam to graduate. I graduated during COVID. I never told nobody the story. We never even had a graduation. They mailed me. They mailed me my certificate. I never even had a graduation from culinary school.
See,
because the pandemic happened. So I literally was working 3 jobs while also being a private chef. So basically, my whole career literally happened unexpectedly. It literally was me doing a lot of footwork from the bed, being sick, a lot of reading, a lot of looking on things for Eventbrite, seeing how to become a business owner, how to be an entrepreneur, what programs help you, what can I do from the bed while I'm sick when I can read, I can stay away from the medicine, what can I do to have some type of income? So what I did stupidly, I don't think I ever told this story either, when I got better from my first surgery, I went back into social work because I needed money. I needed money. So I went back to work and I worked for 6 months at a program. This was right before COVID happened. I worked 6 months at a program with HRA and helping people on Medicaid to the people who are disabled, like that could still get Medicaid even though they had a disability. And 4 months, 5 months or so into that, I passed out at work again, girl.
Oh my goodness. Catore.
I said, God, try to sit me down. So once he did that,
this is not for you. This is not for you.
Once he did that, I said, all right, you trying to keep me cooking. You got a plan, and I just need to listen. So when I had put myself back on temporary disability, my job thought I was just trying to get over. And I'm like, no, like I'm really messed up in the head, like literally, like not figurative, like literally.
Yeah, literally.
And I have a condition, and this job is stressing me out to the fact that it's putting me out.
Right.
Because I have a whole nother plan that I'm not paying attention to and not listening to, and I keep diverting back to where he's trying to get me away from. So I ended up, leaving. Why that company, 2 months after that, that's when the pandemic happened, and then the company lost their contract with the city. So everybody lost their job. Over like 1,500,000 people lost their job. And then the pandemic happened on top of the company losing their contract with the city. So I was going to be out of a job anyway.
Oh, wow.
So I was able to get, I guess, a severance package because I was still legally employed, and then disability because I was sick, and then focus back on culinary. And then pandemic probably was the most horrible thing for a lot of people because I lost my foster mother during the pandemic. A lot of other people too, but it also was a great awakening for many people in the culinary industry because food was a very trivial and vital factor. So I don't mean to cut y'all off, but I don't think I'm connected to Instagram.
Oh my goodness. It looks like it is from our point of view.
Okay. Because I usually have a lot more people looking than this. And I don't see
yeah. Hey, April. Thank you for checking in. I mean, we're getting a lot of like little tips and tidbits. I mean, we didn't get to the food aspect.
Okay, I'm ready.
No, but I'm hoping people are catching some of
nuggets.
These nuggets about life overall, about listening and understanding your purpose and really listening to those signs and actually executing, and don't be afraid to go in that direction that you are supposed to be in. And go ahead, girl. But that's
how I started. I mean, we have a lot of things to cover today, so that's basically how I started. I was sick, and my lawyer said, "Go be a chef," and I listened. And that's
tell us quickly some of the accomplishments. Now you went from that not so long ago to now you are. I mean, girl, brag on
compliment
on TV. Come on, girl.
I don't be liking to do all that. But I have done Food Network. I've done Food Network Chopped. I've done Food Network Kitchen Crash. During the pandemic, they flew me out to Canada, and I did Food Network. Jesus Christ, Fire Masters, which is a grilling competition, and that was so cool because I got to knock something off my bucket list. Because Canadian money is way more than American money. So when they gave me that check was a little bit more than American money. So I was able to get a rental, drive to Niagara Falls. I stayed at the Marriott overlooking the falls, got to do the falls. That was lit. So that was really dope. But so I've done 3 Food Network shows. I've worked with a slew of artists. To this day, I attribute it to my personality that gets me into the rooms because I'm very vibrant. And how you see me, unless I don't like you, but how you see me is what you'll always get. This personality, it's the same 24/7, 365, unless I have a reason to act differently. I've worked with Tyler Perry, I've worked with Lance Gross, I worked with Tamala Mann and her husband. My first client was Robert Glasper. I've been French Montana's private chef for over 4 years. I've worked with, as of recently, Tyson Beckford, the model, Carlos Souza, NBA, Chicago Bulls, Thaddeus Bullard, aka Titus O'Neil, WWE. I work with so many people. Oh my God. Like, I don't even know. I've cooked for a lot of people, but Neo, Sammy, Jay Holiday Chef, like I've worked for so many people, but that's celebrity status. But I've cooked for, like during the pandemic, I worked for like Try Hungry, and we've helped all of the essential workers. I've got a lot of clients from that, like everyday moms, everyday families, who I still work for today. They still call me to cook for their families. So these are like just everyday people who have regular lives.
And I can attest because Chef also cooked for me one time, a couple of times around Christmas. She made a spread for me. And I think the first purchase I made from Chef Catore's Coquito, which was delicious.
That
That
was the beginning of my career.
Yeah, the beginning.
I went back and I looked at all of them plates and I was like, what was wrong with y'all for hiring me? That looked like trash. What is wrong with y'all? Why did y'all tell me that food looked good? But that's a part of elevation too.
Right.
So, if you don't see growth
in
what you're doing, you need to stop doing it because that means you're not elevating at all.
Yeah.
It's part of the journey. And it's a great segue talking about like the everyday people, the everyday moms, because like KG said earlier, we're out here trying to balance family life, working, and, would love some tips on quick go-to meals. Me personally, I must confess I don't do well with cooking. I cook for my mom. I make sure she's good. I take care of her. She's good. But myself, for some reason, I can't quite cook enough for both of us without finding myself having to cook all the time. So I just skip out on meals, but we would love for you to help us, give us some ideas for some quick go-to meals that are healthy as well, because we are, getting older and being more mindful about our health and our lifestyle. So what would you say, Chef Catore?
What's interesting is this morning I woke up. And I am the type that cooks for everybody and don't cook for myself.
Yes.
And when I do cook for myself, it has to be healthy because I am on a weight loss journey. And it has to be quick because I have to eat on the go. So I think some of the things that I cook for my clients, but I also incorporate for me that are quick, vegetable wise, I try to roast everything or at least boil some water and throw it in the water and then season it after. Like just a quick blanch, throw it in hot water, take it out in like 2 minutes and season it. It's super quick, super healthy, or just throw it in the oven, season it, throw it in the oven. So things that I like vegetable wise that are really easy is zucchini. Super quick, super easy. I mean, that thing cooks in like 10 minutes. Broccolini. I don't eat broccoli because broccoli gives me acid reflux. But broccolini doesn't. Broccolini is a way more healthy substitute. I try to eat everything organic as well, but I know that's not always cost effective. So I do stick to broccolini, zucchini. I don't do starches, but if you have to do a starch, I'm going to advise you to get a rice cooker or Instapot. I probably make everything in my Instapot. I make my cabbage. I boil my eggs. I make my stews. I make my soups. I make my rice. I boil my sweet potatoes. Like I don't put the sweet potatoes in the oven anymore. I just take a whole sweet potato. I have that thing that Scrub Daddy. My food. I have a food Scrub Daddy and a kitchen Scrub Daddy. In my food Scrub Daddy, I keep it in a Ziploc bag. And I scrub the outer layer of the sweet potato with the Scrub Daddy to get all the dirt off.
I never heard of that. Okay.
And then I use the Scrub Daddy. It's a food I use just for the food. And I put the water in the Instapot and I throw all of my potatoes in the Instapot. Or I think Tamika froze. And then there she go. And then or I just roast my vegetable. I roast my potatoes. My rice is in the rice cooker, my brown rice, which is very healthy. If people like really healthy rice, couscous takes 2 minutes to cook. You boil the water, you throw the couscous in there, you spin it around, and you remove it from the heat, and you let it sit for 2 minutes. You got rice that come this hot, really quick. So you make a multitude of rice. Protein-wise, of course, chicken is always a go-to. It's very quick. I will tell you to sear your chicken on both sides on top of the stove so you can get that nice brown crust. And then you throw it in the oven. If anybody is not good at seasoning, shameless plug, I have a seasoning and a garlic butter line. So you can go on my website or you can go find me on Instagram and go to the link in my bio. And you could click on garlic butters and seasoning. You could order your own seasonings or your own garlic butter. And everything has its own name: poultry, red meat, seafood, roux, vegetable. So everything is outlined for what you want to cook for. And it has the details in it for the garlic butters on what they would be good to use for as well. So that's typically what I use for healthy cooking. I'm not a starch person. My clients primarily are not starch people. The men are pasta people, and my pasta go-tos are not typical. So they're like, I like black bean pasta, very healthy. I like edamame pasta, very healthy, very flavorful. What I will tell you though, if y'all can get a bunch of those Lipton onion seasonings like that you would put in a French onion dip,
Yeah.
I put that on everything. I put that in my rice. I put that on my vegetables. I put that on my chicken as a seasoning base.
Okay.
And it's super, it's like $2. And it's its own seasoning. Believe it or not, I put that in my collard greens. I put that in my cabbage. I love the French onion dip.
Me too.
Because it's so flavorful. So that's something that we typically all have in our homes anyway, because we grew up on that. So I mean, let's see what else. I think proteins in itself, just we're all chicken lovers. For fishes, I would always tell everybody to stay away from tilapia. It's not a real fish. But cod is a very inexpensive fish that is very flavorful, very flaky, a great white fish. So, and it's cost effective. Salmon, of course, is always cost effective. I love salmon. I'm a big salmon person, but don't OD on salmon because it has I forgot what it's called. Just don't eat a lot of salmon. I'll figure out the name throughout this live and I'll come back to you. But you should not over process yourself with a lot of salmon. So switch up your fishes. I don't fry anything. I can't tell you the last time I had something fried. The most I'll do is if I have like a deep fryer, I'll naked drop it. So I won't put it like on my chicken wings. I'll get my deep fryer or I'll get my oil and I'll season my chicken. I'll pat it dry and I'll drop it in the oil and let it cook. And then I'll bring it back up and then I'll pat it back dry to get the oil excess off of it. Like I don't fry anything anymore. It's not healthy.
Okay.
It's not healthy. It's bad for your indigestion.
I know everyone loves the air fryer. I was just saying that, April. Yes, everyone loves the air fryer.
I have 2 air fryers. And I've had my air fryers for well over 6, 7, 8 years. And the first time I used the air fryer was like 4 days ago.
What?
So I don't know. I think it's a chef thing. Like unless your name is like air fryer Poppy or something. Like I don't really use an air fryer because I'm so used to using the stove or the oven or the grill. If you have a grill, throw everything on the grill. That's for sure. But and the air fryer, I just don't think I could fit enough food in the air fryer. I think that's mentally why I don't do it. So I did a testing and I put chicken in the oven.
Yeah.
The chicken in the air fryer. Then I put lamb chops in the oven and I put lamb chops in the air fryer to see what would taste better. And I really like the air fryer way better than the oven.
Oh, word.
I felt like it sucked up all of the oils. And it cooked it almost to perfection. The air fryer was like very temperamental. And I was able to put what kind of food it was and the time, the temperature that I wanted it, medium well. The air fryer I have at least allows me to do that. And then my client, I don't even think they realize it. We have a double oven. And one of their ovens actually pairs as an air fryer. The oven. It has an air fryer temperature on it.
Oh, that is awesome.
And anybody's vegan on here, tofu. If you do tofu, I don't know who's what, but everybody's something. I would say just take a bunch of herbs, throw it in some oil, mix it up. Put it on whatever your vegetables, your tofu, throw that in the oven. Roast everything. That's I roast everything. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I cook, but for me to sit here and tell you how to cook without cooking, it's gonna be kind of hard, But I throw a lot of things in the oven. I like to make life very simple for me, and I think the oven pulls so much flavor out of it. And I know y'all used to doing things on 350. I cook everything 425 and up typically. 425 and up. Higher temperature for a shorter time.
Right.
Okay.
My oven, I don't think I've had my oven at 350 in over like 10 years.
That's so
Okay.
funny.
And another thing, if y'all like to bake,
Uh-huh.
I would always tell you to proof your oven. So the way you proof your oven, well, the way you could proof your breads and stuff, don't turn your oven on. Turn the light in your oven on. And then set it in there for like 40 minutes. The light in your oven is its own heat.
Oh, okay.
If you're baking anything, you want it to let it rest so it can rise.
Uh-huh.
Don't leave it at room temperature like they tell you. Throw it in the oven with the light on, and that's its own proofer. And leave it in there for like 20 minutes, and you'll watch it rise like this.
See? Chef Couture is giving us some nice gems because I didn't even think of that. That's good when I do bake once in a while. Once in a while. Hey, Dwayne. I see Dwayne checked in. April also said that a lot of these new ovens come with the air fryers built in. That just goes to show how old my oven is. I had no clue that
Me
there are a lot of
either.
new ovens are built in. And Amira also said, yeah, roasting is great and does give a lot of flavor to food. So she also agrees with that. I agree with that too. I like to roast, but I'm more of a pan-sear kind of girl. I like being on the top and just, the oven.
So you don't throw it in the oven and finish cooking it?
No, I've heard that. I need to start that. I need to up my game. Chef Couture, because it is so bad because I come from a family of people loving to cook. From my mama, even my brother can throw down. Like my father never had to touch a pot, but even he can cook. And then it's me. So it's like, I got to step up my game. But
this morning I woke up, and I'm not going to show y'all what I cook because I cook for me, and it don't look like what it looked like on social media when I cook for me. I literally made like, hold on, let me see. I can show it to y'all.
I didn't have anything this morning.
Me either.
Sister's sitting here like, ooh, I'm hungry. He's talking about all this food. Oh my gosh.
This is for me, so don't judge. I made some chicken.
Oh,
it's just for me though.
This morning? What time you started?
Some zucchini. See, I eat in the aluminum pan.
Okay. See? I mean, for another episode, I'm sure the men are loving like, ooh, a woman is cooking some real good food in the morning.
I started cooking early.
Oh, wow.
If I don't, I had the gastric sleeve surgery.
Okay.
So if I don't eat, I won't eat because my body, my stomach is this big. So I'm okay not eating, but that's not going to help me in my goals.
Right.
And for all the people who don't know, Chef Couture is actually in the ATL, the Atlanta area now, but she's from New York. But she is situated right now in Atlanta. So if you go to her IG, Chef Couture, and you're in the Atlanta area, she may, if she has availability.
No, but I still come to New York.
Okay, and she still comes to New York. She travels.
got my place in New York.
Okay, all right. But I just wanted people to know that you are now situated in Atlanta, but she travels. She gets up and travels. But I know, Chef, you gave so many good advice about quick meals. But I just want to know, do you have any advice about the actual meal prep piece, like that can make things a little bit more efficient or quicker? Because I hate cutting up stuff. I don't know if you know any gadgets or anything that people should have in their arsenal to help with like some tips and tricks.
I have the gadgets and don't do anything with them. Because I like appliances, I like gadgets.
I have a food processor, so it's so funny.
I have a mandolin.
I have these glasses, right? I got them from Amazon. They're onion glasses, and I put those on when I have to cut my onions.
Oh, so you don't cry.
And I don't cry. And a part of not crying also is making sure your knives are sharp. The sharper your knife, the less the onion will bother you. The more dull your knife, the more your onion will wreak tears. But the food processor, if you get a food processor, that's the best thing. I throw everything in there and I just hit pulse.
Yeah.
Pulse. That's the quickest way. If you don't like cutting things up, get yourself a food processor. Or even if you have a blender, but just pulse it. Pulse it. Don't blend it.
Oh.
Pulse.
I have decided I'm just gonna buy the stuff chopped because I have a food processor.
But
I
she
don't feel like
asked me what's the easiest way.
no, I know, I hear you, but like you got people like me who like, oh, I don't feel like taking the food processor out from under here. Then I gotta wash this. I bought a chopper, like a small bowl, and you pull the thing and it just chops it.
Oh.
I'll use that more often, but oh my gosh, it's so bad. This is why I don't eat. But anyways, I'm sorry.
I'm trying to look at this thing. I'm trying to learn this. I like this.
Okay. But what about oh, I know we were talking if there's no other, I know we have what, kids?
For kids, I mean, kids are very simple eaters.
Yeah.
You know, so I would say just a lot of if you was to bake your chicken, right? Bake your chicken and then throw it in the processor or just cut it up and you could just make sandwiches, make salads. You know, kids are simple. All kids I know, they like butter noodles. And it's not unhealthy.
Okay.
You understand? It's not unhealthy, but it's simple, you know, and always I say, you know, if you have Tupperwares in the house,
yeah,
you know, just label everything. Like with meal prep. See, with me, it's when I cook for kids, it's repetitive meals. So it's lots of vegetables. I'm sorry, I'm lying. It's lots of fruits.
Okay.
And I try to mix the vegetables into the starch. Because they don't, a lot of kids, it's very rare that I see kids that actually will eat vegetables. So I'll chop them up really, 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 really fine, or I'll throw it in the processor. So it'll be minced, and I'll mix it in with the rice, or I'll mix it in with the pasta. And if the more colorful the pasta, the more that they don't see the vegetable.
Yeah.
You understand? So it looks like a sauce. Or you can make a sauce and then throw the vegetables in the sauce and you pulse it.
I wish I had these tips earlier because my son is 9 now, and that could have really helped me. Now he's getting more grown with what he wants. Now I don't have to do those like tricks. He eats like vegetables and everything, you know. So that's good. But no, those are really good ideas. I wish I knew.
But I say with meal prep, also the most important thing is to write out what you're going to eat for the week.
Oh yeah.
There's this thing on your phone or an app. It's called AnyList. And you put your groceries in the AnyList. So like you'll do like family. You'll label it family.
Okay.
Family meals, and then like you'll put, I need to buy chicken, I need to buy rice, and the AnyList will categorize it for you. So now when you go grocery shopping, you're not running around the grocery store looking crazy for things. You open up your AnyList. Okay, I'm in the protein aisle. These are all the proteins I need for the week.
Oh, okay.
I'm in the starch aisle. My AnyList shows me these are all the starches on my list for the week. You're not running around like a chicken with your head cut off because your AnyList has already categorized everything that you need to go grocery shopping for. And you just need to go into the aisle now. That's the first thing. It's categorizing. I think that's the most easy and efficient way. Because I'm very big on getting my time back and not running around with my head cut off.
Yeah. I love that.
Listing it is very important. Keeping them, you know, Dollar Tree has like the meal prep containers, and sometimes they have like 4 or 5 for like $1.25. It's now $1.25. So you know, you can get those and stock up on those. That's what, like $10 maybe, depending on how many kids you have. Or you could get the aluminum pans and then just, you know, write on with a Sharpie like chicken. So now you know for the week what the food is. But I mean, I can't tell you what to cook because every family eats differently. But I can tell you what to do to get your time back.
And that's crucial. And I appreciate that.
Get your time back in the kitchen. Because everybody's cooking time may be different. I can tell you that I can cook you a whole meal in less than 30 minutes. But if you got 4 kids running around left and right, them 30 minutes turn into 4, 5, 6, 7 hours. So everything I said goes right out the door.
Yeah.
You understand? So, any tips to curb late night snacking? Yeah, don't do it. No, and let me tell you something. I'm being very honest. I am a late night snack desirer, if that's a word. I will go down the stairs and I will go down the stairs and try to find something. What I do is I stop buying the stuff that I know would be a snack. I stop buying the stuff. So my Doritos, my Tostitos, I stopped doing it. I stopped doing it. It's mental. Just don't do it. Tell yourself this is not good for me. And I want to live till I'm 80, 90 years old. And in order to do that, and if I don't want heartburn, if I don't want indigestion, if I don't want acid reflux, if I don't want to dream, if I don't want a broccoli running through my dreams, because what you eat last or watch last is in your dream. You don't want a piece of broccoli chasing you through the woods, or a Dorito or Oreo cookie chasing you through the woods.
Oreos.
Don't eat it. Don't put it in. Don't buy it.
Yeah. Well, are there any like pastries, since that's April's choice, so that's her preference? Is there any healthy pastries that or ideas to make someone who has a sweet tooth or something that could
you can eat whatever you want. But she said late night.
Yeah, like is there any like late night snacks that you can prepare that's kind of healthy?
Late night? No. During the day, sure. You can go. You can eat that healthy popcorn. You can eat. I don't snack.
Yeah.
I don't snack. So I'm not going to tell you to snack, and I don't snack. I don't do it. I used to be the one to get up at 2:00 in the morning, and I'm like, hold on, how the scale went from 160 to 202? Because I'm eating after 7.
True. That is true, y'all.
After 8.
That is true.
Drinking alcohol, and that's calories and sugar. So there's the only cure to not doing it is to not do it.
Yeah.
If you absolutely have to have something, I like mango applesauce.
Okay.
So it's in a store, grocery store. It's applesauce in the little cups, or the little fruits in the cups. If you absolutely have to do something, I would say just cut up a bunch of fruits, or buy the little fruits in a jar and on a cup, and have one of those.
Okay.
Make that your healthy snack. No, pastries is not a healthy snack. Ain't no pastry. Pastry is bread. Pastry is sugar. No, that's not healthy. It's not good for you. As far as not good for you for late night.
And blueberries. I know April like blueberries late at night.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, if you want to make like a still pastry, but like little blueberry muffins, maybe.
Oh no, just blueberries by themselves.
Oh yeah, you can just blueberries. Yeah, just eat blueberries.
Yeah, that should be fine. I got loads of antioxidants.
If you want to trick your mind into believing you eating something that's not good for you, make a blueberry compote. Take blueberries, take water, put it on the stove, let it boil for about 20 minutes so it gets really soft, and then put it in a jar. And now you got some blueberry compote. Now you think you're eating something that's a snack.
Okay, April, hopefully you tried that. Let us know if you try it, if it satisfies that hunger or want.
Tamika's gone? Where'd she go?
It looks like Tamika blacked out a little bit. Maybe she'll be back. Okay. But we can keep going. So we talked a little bit about food for the kids and just really quick things we can do in the kitchen in terms of meal prepping and what to cook. But let's now go into, like for the ladies who has a good man in their life and they want to be able to prepare some tasty meals for their boo, but they don't want to spend a lot of time in the kitchen or prep work. What kind of ideas you have?
Hire me. Flew me out. But no, Men are very simple too.
Okay.
So I know most men I know they like mashed potatoes. And like I said, you don't want to be in the kitchen a lot. Get yourself an Instapot.
Okay.
Throw the potatoes in the Instapot. Put it on whatever. Let it boil. Make him some mashed potatoes. Figure out what type of protein he likes.
Okay.
Make that protein. But I mean, typically men are very simple. They like potatoes. They like whatever protein they like. Men are typically red meat eaters. If they eat red meat, you don't want to spend a lot of time in the kitchen. If you got a red meat, do a simple ribeye. Sear it on both sides. Throw it in the oven, depending on the temperature that he likes it. If he likes it medium well, throw it in the oven on 400, 425 for about maybe like 7 to 8 minutes. It's not long to cook a steak.
Okay.
If he likes fish, sear it on the stove, throw it in the oven, throw the salmon in the oven. Salmon cooks super fast. Salmon can cook in like 7 minutes flat, easy on 400, 425.
Okay.
If he's not into fish and he likes chicken, I love a quarter leg. Men love quarter legs.
Quarter legs.
Yeah, so if you want to make the plate look pretty, you could take your quarter leg, the chunky part, the fat part, which would be the thigh, score it with a knife, like put slashes in it.
Oh.
And then season it and then sear it on both sides really quick, like a minute on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Oil on your pan.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure the oil's hot. Then sear it on both. Don't smack it with the oil that ain't hot yet. And then throw it in the oven, 400, 425. But the chicken takes longer to cook. So you would have to give yourself at least 25 to 30, 35 minutes to cook the chicken.
See, help me out, because I'm not the best in the kitchen. I mean, I'm okay, but so searing it first and then throw it in the oven kind of gives it a crunchy taste.
Yeah, so you sear it, you lock in the flavor.
Oh,
you give it a beautiful color.
Okay.
And then you throw it in the oven to cook it off.
Okay.
And it also typically helps with not drying the meat out. It helps with not drying the meat out because you release some of the air inside of the meat. That's why I tell you to score your chicken.
Okay. And I see we have a comment from Curtis. He said that you really on point, Chef Catore. She's correct. The scientific answer is when you eat anything that starts your acidity, in the stomach, it kills the probiotic bacteria in your stomach and slows down your digestive system. He got real scientific.
Google is your best friend.
So let's stop eating that thing.
Go ahead, Curtis.
He's showcasing his definitely like he knows.
Right, put me on the live next.
Ooh, okay. I wonder, are you a chef too, Curtis? Let me just.
I wonder who that. Her name was very familiar though.
Okay, well, yo, Chef Catore, you've been amazing.
Are we leaving? Okay.
Yeah.
We can chat some more. I know I was listening to one of your interviews.
I think you said he is a chef.
Oh, excuse me.
And you mentioned you do have a book. Is it out or coming
out?
No,
it's actually being written as
okay.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, the book is gonna be basically my life. I'm adding you as a friend now, Curtis. The book is gonna be my life from very young and like the first family meal I made for my family, and then my life going into foster care and how like food used to be like locked up and I couldn't get any food and what I had to make to get through, all the way into like living on my own out of foster care and what I had to do to survive on a very, very low budget to where I'm at now, cooking for people. And even the how do I eat when I'm cooking for everybody else? Like, how does that work? And the food so it's basically my life story, but then also the journey of food and how food played a part in my life, even with my weight loss, my weight gain, my health, my brain tumor, my ovarian cancer, the foods that I had to eat to better my conditions, or the foods that I was eating that wasn't helping my conditions. So
Mm.
it's
That is
a
key.
plethora of things in that book.
That
Oh
is
my.
key.
So what are some foods? I know, I mean, we still got like, what are some foods that we collectively for a health, for health reasons, should we just like let go?
Fried food.
Fried food overall.
Um, so you need to know your blood type. Let's start
Mm,
there. Yes, I have an educational background in culinary. I went to the French Culinary Institute, and I also worked for 2 Michelin star restaurants. I've traveled the world, and I've cooked for I've worked with some of the best chefs in the world, from Chef
yeah.
JJ to Chef El Simone to barbecue grillers like Rashid Phillips. And yeah, I've worked with some of the best in the industry. Um, so yes, I do have an educational background. Culinary. I also work with kids in Department of Education. I'm MWBE certified. I'm NASM certified nutritional specialist. So yeah, I have a lot of accolades under my belt.
Don't don't
To-
forget to check her out also on IG, everyone, Chef
Mhm.
Couture.
What is your Instagram hook? At Chef Couture. The name that's in there, just that's my name across all platforms. Now, what would you say? Thank you so much, April. Thank you so much, Curtis. What was you saying? You asked me a question.
Oh, just what things we should be like.
Oh, so fried food.
uh,
That's first. Stay away. Read all of your labels, like your
mm,
seasoning labels. Like
yeah.
I bought Himalayan black salt the other day, right?
Hmm.
Might be fancy, and didn't know my client has a seed oil allergy. Didn't know that it had seed oil in the Himalayan black sea salt.
Wow.
So read everything. I moved from vegetable oil. The only things in my house now are use sprays. Sprays are so good. Vegetable oil sprays, olive oil sprays.
Mm,
Um, I only use avocado oil. I'm sorry, not vegetable. I mean avocado oil and avocado oil and olive oil sprays. I only use avocado oil, um, extra virgin olive oil. I use other oils like basil oils and flavored oils and stuff like that. But that's just me. But I only use those two typical oils in my household with my clients. I don't use vegetable oils. Um, I don't I don't promote it at all.
yeah.
Let's see what else. Not things to stay away from. What do I stay? I stay away from starches. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like starch. I don't like pasta.
Mm,
I don't like rice. If I do eat rice, I started eating like couscous. I
yeah.
eat quinoa. I
Yeah.
eat pearl barley. I eat freekeh. I go a little bit deeper with my grains because I like if I'm gonna eat rice, it has to be an unstripped grain, meaning something that has never been processed, something
Mm,
that doesn't go through the bleaching stage, something that hasn't been stripped from its natural nutritional source. So I eat stuff that comes right out and right in. So it'll stay in and not come out. Um, I stay away from corn. Corn
yeah.
goes in one way, out the other way.
Hmm.
Um, I don't eat. I try to. I tell people all the time, if it looks like a brain, it's good for you. So
Mm,
mushrooms, avocado, anything that looks like a brain is good for you. I mash up as much as I can possibly mash up because it digests better.
yes.
So if I can mash up my broccolini, I'll mash up my broccolini. If I can mash up my zucchini, I'll smash my zucchini
Okay.
Hmm.
because you're typically supposed to chew 32 times. You chew the amount of teeth you have, supposed to have. So if you were supposed to be technically supposed to chew 32 times, basically. So
Okay. Yeah, I
and
need
that's
to
how
do
you
that.
properly digest your food. And we don't do that. We chew, we talk, or we chew and swallow.
Yeah.
And y'all don't it gets stuck here.
Yeah.
And it takes and then you have no idea how long that takes as a whole thing to process down your tube.
Yeah.
It gets stuck. And then when things get stuck and they don't properly process, you got stuff on top of it, on top of it, on top of it, on top of it.
Mm.
Stop drinking soda.
Mm-hmm.
Soda is not good for you. It's a lot of dye, a lot of sugar in sodas. I'm typically not a person who likes um, anything with spritz. I don't like
Mm.
spritzy things.
Oh, I love
I
bubbles.
stay far away from bubbles.
I love them.
I
Wow.
don't drink out of a straw because you retain air back into
Mm.
yourself.
Okay, yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
don't drink out of a straw because
Mm.
when you suck it up and you blowing air back into your lungs, and that's not healthy at all.
Okay.
Um, it's a little quick pro tip. If I do eat pastas, it's not even wheat pasta. I just don't like pasta. Like I do egg noodles. Like that's the only thing I'll touch is egg noodles. I love egg noodles.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
do
good.
egg noodles, and that's it. So I try to stay from all pastas. And if I do a pasta, it's a healthy pasta, like a zucchini pasta, a black bean pasta, an edamame
Mm.
pasta. I stay away from anything, like I said, that's been stripped of its natural source.
Mm.
Pastas are flour. Even if it's gluten free, it's still not good for you. I don't care what nobody says. Pastas
Yeah.
have a lot of gluten in it, a lot of semolina in it. It's
Mm.
very it's like eating fried food, to be honest with you.
Oh, wow.
So I don't do pastas. Vegetables, I do all vegetables. I just don't do corn.
Right.
I love corn. If I do corn, it's a treat. That's my 7 p.m. snack.
Okay.
Corn, that's a treat to myself. I stay away from cheese.
Yeah.
I don't do milk. I do almond milk. I do coconut milk. And if you have a nut allergy, don't But if you
Yeah.
don't, you can do oat milk.
Flaxseed milk is good too.
Flaxseed milk is very good. Sometimes I'll put cashews in boiling water and then I'll just throw it in my food processor and I'll make my own cashew milk or I'll let it sit. I make my own cashew cream so that I'm not vegan or anything. I just have to find substitutes to not do dairy.
Mm.
So yeah, but hemp milk is expensive AF.
Yeah, Mira said hemp
We
milk.
talk about balling on a food budget. Look, I'm just because I work hard, that don't mean I like to spend my money. I'm the most frugal person you could think of. If I find another way, I find another way. And what people fail to realize is stop buying stuff. Like use what's in your cabinets.
Right.
People really be having stuff in their cabinets and they keep buying stuff. Like
Right.
use what's in your cabinets first. Go ahead, scratching your head. Use what's in your cabinets first before you go buying new stuff. And if you
Yeah.
don't like what's in your cabinet, give it away to a shelter and then buy new stuff.
Mm. Mhm.
And then, oh, please check y'all labels. Y'all know how many clients' house I've been to, and it's expired
Expired. Yeah.
mayo, expired mustard,
Yeah.
expired salad dressing. Y'all done had something sitting on the door of the refrigerator for years, swearing you
For
about
you.
to touch it one day. Because not even that, when y'all do that, y'all building bacteria in y'all refrigerator.
Mm.
Oh. Mm. Oh no. You just made it
Even
real,
if it's
girl.
closed,
KG said, "Oh."
even if it's closed, once you opened it, around it, the opening seal around it.
Oh.
And remember when you open it, you ever seen that little crust?
Mm-hmm.
What you think? Just because the crust is on the bottle, it ain't inhabiting your refrigerator?
Oh, we getting the super real from Chef Couture.
People don't think like that. Go back to the old
No.
school way. Put that baking soda in that refrigerator. Open up that baking
Oh,
soda.
yeah.
Oh, that's a great
Always keep that
idea.
baking soda in there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
my mom loves that.
I'm very simple. Like I drink, I just like if you look around my house, you'll see empty bottles of water bottles. Like don't ask me why I keep water bottles. I just keep them. I don't know. And if y'all drink coffee, I love coffee. I'm not gonna lie, that's my one thing that I love. Stop pouring the water from your faucet into your coffee maker. Like go to Dollar Tree, buy a big bottle of that alkaline water or the spring water, and start using that when y'all want to make y'all tea. When y'all want to boil the water for y'all tea.
Yeah.
When y'all want to, or what you could do is get a kettle or whatever, or on the stove, boil your water, let it come to room temp. Because when you boil your water, you kill off all of the nasty germs from the faucet water. Boil your water first.
Yeah. I mean, this is all great. I know we're coming to 1 o'clock, but I do want to be able to invite you back to talk about business. Because if y'all didn't catch the tea in the beginning when she started to now, it's only been like 4 or 5 years where she really, started creating.
Yeah.
And look at the heights that she's in. So, she's at, who she's cooking for, she's on TV, she's cooking for high profile people. And so she manifested that in a very short time. So we would love to invite you back to talk about your business knowledge. And so you can also encourage other people.
I'm not talking about business more than food. That's crazy, right?
I know. Oh, you do enjoy doing that.
Oh, I love talking about business.
All right. And then maybe even some relationships later, because I know we talk.
I was talking about how to keep him home. Sorry. No, just know what he like and then make it.
Know what he like and
get that Instapot. The Instapot will cut your time in half, girl.
Look into that as if I have the space, but I'm gonna look into it.
That Instapot is I got my Instapot sitting right there.
Oh, do you have cooking classes like Curtis asked that?
No, because not that I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna test it out. I'm gonna test it out maybe in like 2 weeks. I'm gonna do a virtual one. And I'm gonna invite like maybe 3 or 4 people. I want to see how it goes.
Right.
If it goes good, I'll keep it up. Because I'm in this space right now of stepping out of things I say I'm not gonna do.
Okay.
And trying to then doing it at least once. So I had to get, not to be funny, I had to get out of New York to get out of that space because I needed more vitamin C. So it's a lot of vitamin C here.
Okay.
Yeah, take some vitamins. That's a good one. Get my vitamins injected.
Oh, I heard that's a better way of getting.
And that's because I have to give back time to myself. I don't got time to take vitamins every morning. I can't remember to do that. I can't even remember to put my Invisalign in, let alone take vitamins.
Oh, God, girl. I can relate to you.
Oh, but quickly, what kind of doctor gives you just your regular?
No, in New York is a place called Drip Gym. Or your PCP can refer you to someone who can give you drip therapy, IV drip therapy.
Vitamin
in New York, in Brooklyn, there's a place called, in wherever you're at, there's a place called Drip Gym, and they have a bunch of locations.
Okay, thank you, girl. No, I'm gonna look into that. I think that will be useful.
And it lasts for like 6 weeks. You go every 6 weeks.
Oh, really?
Because it goes right into your bloodstream. It goes right into your bloodstream.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this has been super awesome. I appreciate, we had a little technical difficulties in the beginning, but we worked it out. I feel like you laid out a lot of nuggets. And as April said, thank you for the jewels. I really appreciate you, Chef Catore, and hope you come back again. No worries. So thank you, everyone. I know we're a little late, but we talked about balance in terms of cooking and everything else. We gave you a lot of tips. But, of course, for those of you who are seeking balance and other things in life, I can help you with your fitness, as well as if you wanted to feel good in front of a camera with you flying dress and look fabulous so you feel balanced because you're all into yourself and people pouring life into you. You can also sign up for a flying dress photo shoot as well. The links are in the description on Facebook as well as YouTube. You can go ahead or you can reach out to me directly. So we want to say thank you all. And we're still getting thanks for your knowledge and time, Chef Catore, because you really did lay out a lot of jewels. And we appreciate you. And from Tamika, Elaine, and I, thank you all for joining today.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.